Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Keegan Ives, and I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, senior, Mr. Jason Ives. Jason, how we doing, buddy?
Oh, not bad. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm feeling great. It's Friday, people, and you know what that means. It's Phoenix Premier League time.
We got a good one for you tonight, folks. We got a Clay Bowman versus Tommy Crain. It's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
And there's lots of reasons why this is a good matchup, all right?
Okay.
There really is. I'm going to cover it quick tonight. We're going to have a quick intro, and then we're going to go right to the arena because I want to go to Mikey's Blind Draw at 9:30 tonight. So if you're going tonight, go to Mikey's 9:30 and see me out there. I'm doing some scouting for the Siege, so please come on out if you're anxious to be on the Siege at all. Here's why it's interesting tonight. All right, let's take a look at these Premier League. This is the Challenger League, what we're playing for tonight, okay?
Yep.
We got Tommy Crain versus Clay Bowman. They're sitting 4th and 5th. Now, the top 3 people will be moving up to the Premier League next season, okay?
That's correct, yeah.
Now, I can tell you, the third person has to, third and the fourth position, they have a play-in game, like a playoff type deal.
Yep.
And the winner of that is then the champion that moves up to the Premier League.
Yep.
So here's how it all plays out with the games that's got left and what's going on tonight, all right?
All right.
We can pretty much guarantee that Don Kirby and Chris Savoldi are going to move up to the Premier League next season, and that's just exciting in itself. I'm excited to see what both those guys can do up there. However, what's going to happen is Bud, who's already played all his matches, is going to drop down to 3rd. So he's going to be playing in the play-in game to get to the Premier League. Question is, who's he going to be playing? Could he be playing Tommy? Could he be playing Clay? We're going to find out tonight, folks. Here's the deal, folks. Clay, if he wins tonight 12-3, he'll be playing in the playoffs to move up to the Premier League, which is quite an achievement for that young man, let me tell you.
That's incredible, yeah.
If he wins 12-3. Now, Tommy, if he wins 4 games tonight, then he's going to be playing in the playoff game against Bud Crystal, which is a tough performance. And I'll tell you, earlier on in the season, Tommy got the better of Bud, but that's one I'd love to watch to see who gets them 2 experienced guys.
Sure, yeah.
It's going to be a fun one to watch no matter who wins, whether it be Clay or whether it be Tommy. But tonight we're going to find out who it is, and that's the exciting part about tonight. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, should be exciting for sure.
Yeah, folks, thanks for joining us. Give us a like, give us a share. Let's get these viewers up. Let's get what these players deserve. Some of them come a long way to be here tonight, and we're excited to have them at the castle.
Most certainly. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you turn that notification bell on. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We go live relatively every Friday, but you know, we're starting to get a little bit more of the streaming habit, getting used to the whole grill, and I'm getting used to the whole schedule of being here because it's been 3 weeks for me now.
Hey, you know,
so
it's tough being with your dad on a Friday night.
Know,
There's other places you probably want to be.
You know, I can name a few. But, hey, you know what? I'm here, and more importantly, I'm incredibly excited to watch this with you tonight. Let's go ahead. Let's flow that little advert on the screen here.
Well, let's make predictions.
After the predictions.
Let's make predictions.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's talk about it a little bit. All right.
Okay.
You take Tommy. You know a little bit more about Tommy.
Yeah.
Tell me about Tommy, and then give me your score prediction for tonight.
Okay. So I do have a pretty decent relationship with Tommy. He's been around, and since I was around like 15, 16 in terms of the dart game, I guess.
He's
more
been
or less.
around for a while.
He's been around for quite some time, and a little bit about Tommy. He's kind of taken a step back a little bit in darts, partially because of his kids. He's got a couple of young growing children that like to play some baseball from what I hear. Yeah, so he's really involved in that during the summertime.
And he coaches them too, I believe.
He coaches?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, look out. You can catch him at a little league, I'm sure, sometime soon. But
coming to a little league near you.
Yeah. But no, so what I guess what I'm getting at is that now, you know, it's coming towards fall, and you know, Tommy in the fall time, he takes a little bit more seriously to darts, and in particular, this is, I think, from how I understand it, it's one of his first leagues after taking that little bit of a hiatus. So you know, he wasn't doing so hot maybe initially in the beginning, but you know, all of a sudden we're here in the final week of the Premier League, and he's fighting for a playoff spot.
You know, Tommy's been playing darts for a long time here in Indy, and he's always been good since I've known him. And I've known Tommy for quite some time. He's a very good shooter, and he's very, very consistent.
Yeah.
It's the one word I would use to describe Tommy.
I always get a little intimidated whenever I play against him. And I do see him in a couple of IDA blind draws, whenever they're throwing their steel tip draw together. Or, I've even seen him in 1 or 2 soft tip draws. And let me tell you, it's a pleasure to always play him, but sometimes you just never want to hit him.
Well, what's your prediction? Give me your prediction on when. Then we'll talk about Clay because his girlfriend's in the other room, and I always like to talk about somebody when the girlfriend's sitting in the other room.
Yeah, for sure. So tell you what, I'm kind of rooting for the underdog tonight. I don't think he gets it done, but I think it's pretty close. I actually think I'm going 9-6 Clay. Despite all of my knowledge in terms of
9-6 Clay. All
yeah,
right, so close, but not quite there.
Close, but not quite there. I think Tommy just wins
yeah.
just enough to get over the line.
Well, let's talk about Clay. Clay hasn't been playing super long. I know his dad, Thomas. I know his dad's very proud of him, and Thomas is a good friend. I love being with Thomas, and I also like being with Clay.
Yeah.
Clay's gotten very, very good, very, very quick.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'll see there's a lot of players around Clay's age that will get their skills in other sports will translate over to darts, and they'll get very good very, very quick.
Right.
But then they'll plateau a little bit.
Yeah, he's a part of the Bowman clan, right?
They cover 2 cities. They're in Kokomo and in Lafayette. Those
there you
guys.
go.
But Clay's gotten very good. He can be a little inconsistent at times. And the difference between Tommy and Clay, or the difference between an experienced player and somebody who's relatively new to the game, is they don't know how to fix themselves when things start going wrong, right? So Tommy, if things go wrong for Tommy tonight, he'll know how to fix himself. We'll see if Clay's learned how to do that. Clay's certainly got the talent to win 12, 13 games tonight. He's certainly got it. Can he do it consistently for 12 games?
Well, there's only one way to really find out, right?
Well, I'm sure you want to know my score prediction.
I'm sure, absolutely. I'm sure the viewers would know, too. Now, bear in mind, guys, Jason's usually wrong at this.
Yeah. I'm actually, regardless, and I wish both of these guys were making it to the Premier League, to be honest with you. Yeah. But regardless of what happens, I think we're in for a fun match tonight. It's fun to watch these two go head-to-head with each other. I'm calling this one 8-7 Tommy, just because he's the older guy. Yeah. And I got to stick up for the old guys, right? And I got to be different from
you. I got to root for the young guns.
That's right.
Hey.
Folks, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to run a 42-second spot, which will give me just enough time to go over to that side of the room and turn on the green light, at which point in time when that spot finishes, we'll be back live in the arena. Between now and then, it gives you a chance to please share, like the feed. We do this a lot of Friday nights, not all of them, but we do a lot. And let's get the viewers these people deserve. They drove a long way to be here tonight. So here we go with that little promo spot. Back at it. You see the guys in the arena, and hopefully they notice that the green light is on because they're both sitting around not doing anything.
Yeah. Only one way to find out.
Here they go.
It is. Perfect.
Right. There they go. They see something's happening out there. Let's see what we got.
Looks like Clay gets the start this one.
He's the home team. You do have to double in this league. Let's not forget Clay's in on the second dart.
That's pretty big. If we've seen it time and time again. A lot of these guys, they definitely want to get in on the first round. There's quality that's standing behind them. They respect each other's games, so they got no time to mess around when it comes to
Tommy's in on that first dart. Well, we saw it last week with Ben and Trevor. Those guys, they had a couple of legs where they didn't get it in immediately, but for the majority of the part, those guys are both in on their first 3 darts.
And these guys are just trying to mimic some of that quality here.
Yep.
They're both in on their first round. And Clay just trying to keep it straight. It's that first leg jitters. You're trying to just get a feel of the atmosphere. For Clay, this is his first time on soft tip, right?
I think he's been on the stream once before.
Okay.
We've had him on soft tip before.
I know we definitely have had Tommy on recently, so
Yep.
he's kind of used to the vibes here, whereas Clay not as much. So it's definitely a little bit of a learning curve here, but we're gonna see how these two gel and throw. They're kind of playing in decent rhythm, at least from what I can tell.
Let's give a shout out to Danny Hughes in the chat. What's going on, Danny? See, we got Glenda, Grady.
Game Time Streamer was watching earlier as well.
Nice.
Love to see those guys.
Yeah, great to see those guys. Don. Daddy Neil, Papa Neil's in the house. What's going on, Frank? Pat's in the house. Big shout out to all those guys down at the Game Time State. Hope you're watching along. Best of luck to you guys.
All right, Dad. Talk to me a little bit about what you're already seeing here from Clay. What do you like about his throw here?
Well, he's straight, right? So he pulls back straight to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
His elbows tucked in. He's got a perfect line. What's going to be key for him? Does it stay that way? Right?
Okay.
So Clay, it's difficult to see from this angle, but the amount that Clay leans in towards the dartboard sometimes affects his dartboard. We'll see if the darts start going low or start going high. Clay's usually pretty straight. If he has problems on the dartboard, it's around the 15, 16s.
Sure.
That's when you got to go shoot the corners, as they call them, which is hard to find on a round dartboard, but that's all right.
Meanwhile, in Tommy's throw, you see a little bit of a rock as he steps up to the line here. He's kind of getting his, getting his elbow a little bit worked out.
Oh, yeah. Tommy is, like we talked about already, if he's nothing, he is consistent. Tommy's throws really hasn't changed a whole bunch over the years. If there's anything that's slightly different, is sometimes he sticks his pinky finger up and sometimes he doesn't, but that's about the only variation you'll see.
Okay.
Tommy does like to stick his elbow out a little bit, which him and I have talked about numerous times. This is what you see from Clay right here. His direction, so see all three of those darts are straight in line. So his sense of direction is usually very, very good, and that's what's going to make him a very good dart player. What you do see with Clay sometimes, though, is a variation in height. Like you saw in those three darts, you had about 3 inches in height between the three darts.
What a big switch there, going down to 80.
It's a big last.
All right, now Clay is on and out here. He needs a single triple to get to a bull, or 2 triples to get to a nice double on the outer ring.
Yeah, he's not that now.
Yeah, he's not on a finish now, but he's going to set it up nicely here. Oh, okay.
Right.
On 42, leaving double
I'm not sure
double 14.
Yeah, I'm not more sure. He might have been going for the 12 on that one here. Let's see what Tommy does.
Tommy's going to try to keep it straight here by the looks of things. Just kidding. He went the 16s route. Okay.
Looking for the triple-double in the 16s to take this one out.
Dennis sending us 400 stars. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate you.
All right, so Clay's going to have the first shot of the out. Both these guys are on 1 dart outs now. Let's see what Clay can do, other than make me realize I don't have a double 14 cam. There it is.
Doesn't matter. Clay hits the first dart, so it's all good.
Yeah, Clay holds it, so takes that first match.
That's honestly really big here from Clay. As the kind of younger gun. Tommy's more so used to falling a little bit behind in legs because he's been playing a little bit longer. So, coming up against a pro or a veteran of the game like that, it's real big to, if you have that start, hold your throw.
Yep.
And fortunately enough for Clay, he was able to do that in that first one.
Yeah, it's great that Tommy got in on his third dart, but if Clay gets in on the first dart here, which he doesn't do, but
it was an unfortunate miss
there. You go. He does have a 1 dart advantage now, just because it took Tommy 3 darts to get in. Clay was able to get in on 2.
He had the line right there too, but just couldn't punish him. Hit the trip 1.
Very close in score here. There
Tommy finds it. That's a big third there from Tommy.
And that's what you're going to see a lot from Tommy, a lot of tons. You won't see the big 180s. You don't see a lot of those from Tommy, but you see a lot of ton 20s. I expect if anybody's going to hit a ton 80 tonight, it's going to be Clay. All right, as soon as he finds his rhythm and his distance.
He's got the line right. Yep. It's just a matter of actually getting it to the exact spot. But, he's not missing by too much. Tommy's right there with him, too. That's a beautiful trip 1.
Look for trip 20 here. Oh, dropped it a little bit low.
Drags it a little bit.
You see he was shooting over to that side of the segment.
Yeah. Play here. He's going to start on those 19s. And then move up. That's a beautiful switch.
There you go, Clay.
Look at that.
Yeah, 99 scored there. Great dart. I like the switch on that first 19. Got him in rhythm. That's a great first from Tommy.
Can he find it? There's two.
Oh,
just a bit outside there. Now let's keep it to this camera here for a second. I kind of wanted to look at how Clay stands the line.
He went 19 last time, so let's see what he does here.
He's going to stay up. I don't hate it. He's definitely going to follow that, or try to at least.
Oh,
and he does. Look at that.
Big ton 40. Big score right there from Clay.
Unfortunately, did not hit the big 3 triple combination. So both of them not on and out right now.
Yeah.
And Tommy, because he threw first, he's going to get down to it more than likely first.
Well, this is all about positioning here. Tommy
Oh, no. Only 25 points there scored.
It does put him on and out, but it's a 3-dart combination, and it's a big combination. Let's see what Clay can do here.
Yeah, if Clay finds 2 big triples here, he's definitely gonna be feeling really confident here.
Needs a
doesn't find it. He drags it low on that 3rd dart too.
So neither one of these guys. Tommy's on a double bull out. If he can get there, let's see if he does.
Yeah.
First dart's good. Trip 17.
Does he find it on the 2nd?
He hits
my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Bullseye.
Look
and
at that.
It is 161 from Tommy Crain, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice
In the words of Sean Green, boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's a great out there from Tommy. And, the only thing better than that was the camera work.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, you know what time it is?
It's cricket time.
It's cricket time, ladies and gentlemen. This time it's Clay throwing first here. Let's see how rattled he is after that 161 checkout. I know if my opponent's hitting a 161, I'm definitely shaking in my boots a little bit.
That's a beautiful 161. I would clip that from YouTube and turn down the volume.
Oh yeah, most certainly. That bull was dead center too. It looked like so. You definitely are. Got to be feeling it a little bit here for
Tommy closing, putting some points on the board, too.
Good 7 mark to kick things off. Clay's already under the hot seat. Let's see if he can rally back here on these 19s.
Clay does well on the 19s. Big last there.
Big last. He needed that.
Yep, that's a good dart. Now, let's see what Tommy's going to do. Does he go back up, score points? Is he going to switch down to the 19s? He's going back, playing safe, getting the points. Now he's looking down at the 19s.
He's going to go back up here on that 3rd. At least that's what he should do. And he follows that 3rd dart.
Smart move.
Now talk to us a little bit about cricket strategy. Why did he switch back up on that 3rd dart there? Was it just to kind of establish a triple lead?
You're so early in the game. You want to make sure that you maintain that point lead. Well, look what happened right there. Clay got 76 points, and he brought himself right back up. If Tommy didn't switch up there and get those points, he'd find himself behind. Now this is a dud throw for Tommy. Let's see.
Oh no, Tommy doesn't find any mark whatsoever, and now Clay gets a chance. He only needs 120 to close that wedge.
Is he going to go there first? No, he's
going to go right at the points. Looking up. Oh, he's staying. I would stay at this point.
Needs this.
Great dart. Takes the hero dart. Nice solid 5 mark there. I guess since he had a single, it was reasonable to switch up.
Well, he took the point lead and he closed the wedge. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to see Tommy over to the 18. That's 4 in a row. That's bad. That's a perfect dart right there.
And follows it beautifully with a 6 mark. Still behind in points, though.
Well, and here we are, right? It's 16 points down. The situation is reversed. Clay going to go 19s. He is. Builds that point lead. There you go. Now
he's committed.
Yeah. He's only 119.
He kissed the 3 on that one.
So it's a 35-point difference. That's just 2 18s. Puts Tommy in a position here. Another 18. He'll take the point lead. That's the point lead. Does he take the hero shot? He's looking at it. Oh, no, he stayed up there. He stayed up there. Yeah, the hero shot would have been that trip 19 for him.
One thing I think Tommy did on that second dart, too, he tried stacking it right on top of that first one. That first dart was a beautiful lie, despite it being right in the corner outside of that triple wedge, was trying to throw on top of it to sneak it in. Yeah, you'll see a lot of players typically do that. Am I right, Jason?
Yeah, yes, you will. Yeah, let's follow that same dart. A lot of these guys at a level higher than what I play, but they'll try to put it in different parts of the trip so they have more room moving forward. So when you get that good, you should be playing steel tip. All right, Clay looking to get that point lead back. He does that with the first start. He's just building on it now. He's looking up. Ooh,
just almost a bit outside there, but a good switch nonetheless.
Tommy's fine. He's got to go back to the 18s.
Yeah, I think he has to stay for all 3.
Yeah, he does now. Well, he kind of blocked him, yeah.
No,
that
yeah.
second dart kind of blocked himself off. Well, Tommy needs 4 victories tonight. Let's remind everybody of that. He's only got 1 so far.
Yeah, he's 25% of the way there.
And this is where Clay can really start to take control of the leg.
And, just some unfortunate misses there from Clay. But he did at least close the 18, which is a big wedge to tick off. And now Tommy's going to be forced to switch to those 17s.
You know, one of the things that happens when you're playing in the arena, Tommy closes those out, going to be working on the 17s. One of the things that happens when you're playing in the arena sometimes, I think you're hesitant to take a step back from the Aki and just regroup. I think you want to stay out there in the Aki. You want to kind of, you feel like you're letting down the cameras if you step back and delay the show. So, you know, I wish that these guys sometimes on the third darts when you got to switch around, just step back, take a breath.
Yeah, and in turn, they're finding themselves rushing a little bit more, too, which is the unfortunate thing. You know, you're coming here to put on a show and more so show while you're here. And, you know, if you're finding yourself rushing a lot of the time on that third dart, good chunk of the time, you're not gonna get that dart to where you were aiming at. And unfortunately, you know, that's just the deviance you have in terms of rushing that dart there. You really want to showcase the best shot possible. Sometimes all it just takes is a step back or two. Wise words there from Mr. Ives. And some unfortunate misses there from Mr. Bowman.
Clay doesn't follow up that 5 mark with anything too special. It kind of leaves the door open for Tommy here, but that's a difficult dart for him. He needs to hit that.
And that's a beautiful second. Can he find a third? He stacks it right next to it. That was the beautiful thing about his dart there, too. On that second one, he threw it up so high into that triple wedge. It had plenty of room in the middle and the bottom for him to just bury another one there.
And you see Tommy have some bad darts. He knows how to correct himself. He slowed himself down a little bit. Clay's starting to get a little frustrated, but those were good darts right there. He took that point lead back. He's still really ahead in this leg.
You know, first leg of cricket, too, you both are shooting about 3s. You can't get too disappointed. Your opponent's throwing right about the same level with you. And, you know, you initially, as Clay, you had the initial start of throw here.
That's a veteran move from Tommy there as he stepped to the side so he could see around those 2 first darts and hit that trip.
Now we're getting a 17-16 battle here.
Needs
Clay,
a trip.
An unfortunate miss on that second, but finds it on the third. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we were going to have a match tonight, and these guys are right neck and neck with each other here on
going
cricket.
back and forth. There's that point lead. Does he switch over to 17s? He is.
Carlos with 1,000 stars. Thank you, Carlos. We appreciate
Carlos,
that, buddy.
Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.
Guys, this is your friendly reminder. Give us a like. Give us a share. Give us a nice little follow if you haven't already on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, hit us with that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. That's a beautiful 7 mark. You could find more of those if you follow and subscribe to us. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah, you can. Big darts from Clay Bowman there.
And that's an unfortunate blocker dart there from Tommy, and kisses it on the second one.
That's unfortunate.
He really needs a triple here on this third one.
Ooh, he floats it on the top.
Floats it on the top. That was
you hated that first dart, hitting that triple A to kind of put a roof on it.
Yeah, unfortunate lie. Let's see if Clay can punish here. Is it going to do it on this first dart? He's going to go over to the 15s.
Now, this is where Clay can struggle sometimes on those corners.
Really seeing it here.
Yeah, especially if you have to switch back and forth. Now, don't get me wrong. The next time you play him, he'll hit every triple that you ask.
Oh, my goodness. Here it comes from Tommy. He's got 6. Can he get a round of 9? Yes, he can. That's a round of 9 from Tommy Crain.
Big darts there.
Josh Reardon with 300 stars. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Clay here's got to lay it up on those 15s. Finds them the third. Nice solid 5 mark. That's a good answer.
These guys back and forth in this cricket match.
Tommy just up by just a few bit of points here.
Going to be looking
really
at the
capitalize.
15s.
He's going to try to close that door.
Uh-oh. Now he's in trouble. Yeah, he went back over to the 16s.
That's a smart switch. A lot of stubborn players would have stayed at that 15 wedge trying to finish it off, but Tommy really realizing the importance of this leg.
So Clay needing 4 15s to tie the point.
And he's got 6.
He's switching. No.
Oh, he stayed. Just kissed it on the outside there. That's a beautiful 7 mark there.
Nothing wrong with that 7 mark. That's 45-point lead. Tommy's going to need 3 to get that point lead back. 3 16s. And he's done it again. He's put a blocker on it.
He's going to have to step over a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
That's an unfortunate second bounce out.
Yeah.
It doesn't find it on the third.
He's a little bit high on that 16. He's done that 3 turns in a row.
Yeah, and this is early goings, but
Now this
Tommy's really giving him or really leaving that door ajar for Clay to just step on in at times and take it.
I'd like to see Clay. Yeah, I'd like to see Clay going to the 16s on the first 2 darts
And
here.
there it is.
Yeah.
He closes the door. That's the big thing here. Now, Tommy.
That just shows growth in that young man right there to be able
Yeah.
to do it with 2 clutch starts. Just got to hit. That's a lot harder to hit sometimes than what you can believe.
Now, Tommy, he was dead
Oh,
center
look at
on that
this.
bullseye
Look at
earlier, and
this.
he's showing it up.
Yeah.
Nice solid 4 mark there, but still behind in points here. So all Clay needs to do, he just needs 3 bulls.
Well, the only bulls that Tommy's hit tonight have been double bulls.
Yeah, and Clay, realizing that, going to fire all 3 of those at the 15.
That's good maturity from that young man moving up.
You know, if your opponent's leaving you a wedge to take and they're down the bulls, you got to absolutely capitalize when you can. So
Shout out to Michael Ewing saying hello, everybody. Look at this from Tommy.
oh my goodness. If only we had a bull cam to showcase
he went
it.
on this one.
That's why you didn't go to the bull cam. You
Yeah.
was fearing that switch. I understand.
Let's see what Clay does here.
Got 1. Can he find 2 more?
Oh, that's
just
high.
outside. Does he switch to the 15s? I think he did.
Yeah, he did, but he hit a 2.
Yeah, he hit a 2,
All right.
unfortunately. So now Tommy, all he needs to do, just find 2 bulls and 2 15s. And there it is on the outside. So I think he's got to stay for all 3 now.
Yeah, he's got to stay at the Bulls. He needs to get that point lead just to extend the game.
And he's tied the points
he's tied
up.
up. Let's keep it right here because Clay needs 2 bulls to win.
Yeah, he's going to take a dart at the bull, it looks like. And now he's going those 15s, if I were to guess. He's staying.
The first one was a 15, and he went back to the 15s.
Okay.
Missed him. He's just messing with the camera guy now.
Tommy here.
Tommy
Gets a
goes-
bull. Now he's got 2 15s to win the match. And he finds it on the
does that.
second dart.
That's a big win for Tommy, and Clay was in control most of that leg.
Crucially now, Tommy is just halfway to clinching a playoff spot, possibly. Or at least a playoff, I guess, that word. And now Tommy here in the 4th leg. He's got the throw. Can he take himself over the line?
Yeah, and he's got a double in.
That's a great first start there to get in. Drags it over a little to the left and a little to the right.
Yeah, I tell you, Clay's got the talent to still win out here.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Getting in is going to be crucial.
Bit outside there on that first dart.
There
Gets
he
it
is.
on the second. He's been consistently getting in
Yeah.
that second dart in all of his 0-1s so far, I've noticed. So, you know.
Let's see what Tommy does here. Straight up at the 20s. Yeah, he's been dragging that over to the left to the 5 all day long.
Yeah, I've seen that a fair bit in his throw tonight.
Yeah, switch down to the 19s on that one. Kind of a blocker, that second dart for him. Yeah, both these guys been, the darts have been falling out a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
Matching scores. We're just waiting for that big round.
One big round may do it for these players. to be
Oh, look
honest.
at this.
Tommy's on to a good start here.
That's 2.
That's kissed it on the outside
that's
there
a
on that
single.
second one,
Yeah,
but he
that's
gets it third.
That's a big ton 40. Let's see what Clay can do here. Needs a big score.
Yeah, this is a big round here from Clay here. Finds it
that's
on
a
the
great
first.
dart.
Can he get a second?
That's a great dart.
Ooh, he kissed it on the 5s there. He's
Yeah.
got 95, though, which is still keeping him in it.
Well, and he threw those darts a little bit harder than what he's been throwing in the corners.
Yeah. Sometimes it's kind of hard telling, but whenever you're, whenever you're at the line, you find yourself floating your darts a little bit up top, or maybe a little bit to the left. Maybe it's just because you're throwing it a little bit delicately or a little bit lightly.
Yeah, solid ton 37 there from Tommy. Clay needs to get himself to an out. He can't do it anymore. But
he finds it on the
still a
third.
good third dart.
Keep him in it. Now Tommy's got 6 here to take out this 140. He'll probably go 20s first dart, and then because he went 80 earlier on trip 16, I would guess
he's
that.
out of it
but
now. So some
now
point
he's
in time-
staying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. Trip 16.
He went
Just
right
a
for
bit
it.
outside.
It's double out. You never know what can happen. It's going to be
Yeah.
important that Clay stays focused here.
Big ton 80 would put a lot of pressure here. He isn't going to find it, but 2 trips will still do the
That's-
job. There's one of them.
There
And he
you
finds
go.
it on the
Well
second.
done. Well done, young man. Very nice darts there from Clay Bowman.
All right, now Tommy, does he play it aggressively to try to get 2 darts, or does he go passively?
You shoot at that trip 16, and if you hit the trip 8, you're still in good shape.
He went a little bit passively there in the middle, just the way it lands. Now it's the moment of truth, though. How big is a block for those 2 flights there?
Yeah.
A little bit outside there.
Clay's going to have an opportunity here. A lot of people like to start on the 18s. Soft tip.
Trip 18.
You never know what's going to happen.
That's a big first dart there. 2 darts at double 8.
There you go, Clay.
Wow, Clay Bowman, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he steals one right back because, I think Tommy was kind of in control of that leg, too.
Yeah, Tommy broke him leg 3, and now just right back in it. Clay steals his throwback. And now we're 2 apiece here.
Tommy's got a lot of fans. A lot of fans in the chat.
Oh, that's big from Clay. He gets in on the first dart now. That's something he hasn't had a chance to do so far in his 0-1 legs.
And that 72 is probably his best first 3-dart score he's had all night long, and that's great to see. He puts a little bit of pressure on Tommy.
It's all because he got in on that first dart, which is, it's just so big how much of a difference 1 dart makes.
You see Tommy panicking a little bit, switching up to the 20s. That's out of character for him. All right. Now, Clay, you need to run away because you've seen what's happened in the last 2 legs. The person's in control of them tends to lose them at the end. So let's see you run away.
That's a beautiful switch there on the second. Finds it on the third. Big ton 34.
Nice darts. Well, the same thing goes for Tommy. It's double out. You never know what can happen. Just get in, young man.
Yeah, I think you need to go back to those 16s, man. You're dragging it a bit low. He finds it on the third, but it took him 6 darts to do it.
All right, so Clay's carrying about a 170-point lead here. Just needs to cruise. Hit a low ton would be nice. A ton would be great. 60 is okay.
Can't go wrong with the 60.
You still got a 230-point lead. You're in great shape.
That's a big first dart. Can he find 2 more?
Uh-oh.
There's 2.
Ooh,
just a bit up high there. But still, Clay's got about an 80, 90-point lead here, give or take. That's all because of that round that Tommy didn't get in on.
It's all about positioning and trying to get to that out.
That's a big switch that he needed that trip to get down to an out. Now Clay,
he's almost had more success switching down to that 19. That cover shots worked really well for him.
Tommy here, bit outside there on that trip 5. Doesn't find a triple here, so Clay's going to get 6 darts to take out this 157, put himself 3-2 in front.
Yeah, crucial here if you put yourself out of contention.
Wow, look at this from Clay Bowman.
We almost had a 157 and a 161 in the same night.
I like the fact that he started on the trip 19 there. He hit, one in his previous turn, so felt pretty confident to start on the 19s there, and just like that, he almost took a big out himself.
Yeah, Tommy's not able to put too much pressure on it whatsoever. Still not sitting on an out.
Yeah, so Clay's going to have 6 here if he wants it.
Does he need it? He might.
Uh-oh, double 10.
It's always a little tricky. Go for it right now, sir.
Oh, he's just a bit high.
All righty.
But hey, you know what? Double 4 or 8 left.
All right, Tom's going to have an opportunity here to put some pressure on the youngster. He needs a trip right here, though.
He'll go down those 19s, and he hits a 3. That's still on a bogey number, unfortunately. So Clay really does have all the time here, but he definitely needs to. He needs to find it now. He can't fluster around with Tommy right behind him.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
That's a big miss there on that second. He needs to find it here on that third, and that's just a little bit low.
All right. Well, Tommy just needs to get to an out.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do. A big ton plus. Put some pressure on this.
Yeah. That's a great switch. Does he find another?
Yeah,
look at goodness. That. Leaving himself 32.
Big ton 34.
And now, Clay, you have no more wiggle room, brother. You need to take this out. Double two. That was a kiss on the outside.
There
and finds it on the second.
Well done, Clay.
Maybe you just needed a little bit of fire under his
he just needed motivation to get there.
Yeah. That's going to take Clay up 3-2 here. And guys, we're back to cricket once again. It's cricket time. This time it's Tommy to throw in first.
We had a great cricket match the first round. Let's see what we can produce here.
Yeah, they both shot about a 3, so hopefully the standard now with these guys, starting to get a little bit more gelled and a little bit more in rhythm.
Well, we saw the same thing in reverse last time, where Clay only scored 2 out of the 3, didn't close them, and Tommy was able to take advantage. Looks like Clay's going to be able to do the same thing here.
Oh, my goodness.
Another trip 20 would be nice.
Oh, just a bit underneath, though.
But a
hey,
single 20s works.
Yeah.
Gonna
5 mark isn't nothing to snoff at.
Going to make Tommy go down on the 19s. This early in the match, you see some people just go up and close those 20s anyways. Let's see.
Tommy, great correction on that second dart.
All right, get some points on the board. Takes a wedge of the 19s.
Floats a little bit high on that third one, though.
Clay's going to have the opportunity to go ahead and score. He's looking up.
He'll probably switch here on this third.
No, he's staying up there.
Stays up. That's maturity right there.
That's good discipline from that young man. Great to see. Put some points on the board. Forces Tommy really to throw all 3 down at there at the 19. That's a tricky dart.
Paul Rogers in chat saying, hello, Jason and Keegan from Rockville, Illinois.
What's going on, Outlaw? How are you, sir? I seen your beautiful wife was in here earlier on. Big shout out to Game Time Streaming. Be sure to like their page, follow them along. They put a couple of shows on a week. They do some quality work.
I was like, wow, look at this big 7 mark there from Clay Bowman.
Clay's got the talent.
He's got a little bit of fire underneath him now. I think he might be able to, if Tommy's giving him doors to leave open, then Clay's going to go around and shut them, hopefully.
He's good enough to win 10 in a row, but you know what? So is Tommy. Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to be fun to watch these guys and see how this one plays out a little bit.
That's a solid 3 mark there. Shuts that 17 wedge down.
Yeah.
Going to force Tommy to go over those 16s. But as we discussed a little bit earlier, those 16s and 15s seem to be Clay's kryptonite.
They were last time, right? He struggled a little bit. And Tommy, banging those 16s, he's pretty good. If that first start doesn't land in that 888, he's usually got a pretty good score with them. Yeah. Regains some points on him, but Clay's got a couple of wedges. He chooses one that's already closed.
Yep, he's just switching. Yeah.
All right.
Good switch. Some players, unfortunately, they don't have that hindsight. After that first start, they stay there 2 and 3.
Here's the situation. 2 16s, and Tommy's back to tied score. There's 3.
There's 3. Now he's got the point lead.
Close those 20s. I would have closed those 20s there.
Yeah?
I
would. You think so?
Yeah.
Even with 2 wedges open?
Yeah, I would have closed those 20s. Is that?
Yeah, I was going to say.
This young man can do some damage on those 20s. And you saw it right there.
There
big
it is.
140 points scored.
Clay Bowman.
Shout out to Nate Brocious.
And that's a beautiful dart there from Tommy to follow.
Yeah, that's great positioning for him, too.
Only a 5 mark, though. It's going to be a little bit unfortunate there after getting the trip on the first dart there.
And that's going to disappoint him. He did that first dart trip, and it was in a great position for him, too, but only able to follow it up with 2 singles.
All right, now Clay's got about 44 points clearing between them now. He's going to get a great switch here.
Clay
Bowman. My goodness.
Who's weak on the corners, he's saying. Nice darts there. Big shot from
that
Clay.
Commentator's curse, man. I ain't got no kryptonite, Clay Bowman, ladies and gentlemen. And now Tommy here, he's got to punish them on the bulls, or try to at least. He closes the bulls, which, is all you can kind of really do in this
Tommy,
spot.
All he did his first 3 darts were double bulls. So let's see what he does right here. Clay kind of blocks himself out a little bit.
Now, if I were Clay here on this 3rd dart, I'd switch personally, try to get some additional points up, and he's going to do so.
Nice dart right there.
Those 2 just looked like a little bit of a blocker to me. So now Tommy, he's going to be forced to just marry those bullseyes this round, stay in that wedge, and he's going to find them. There's 3.
Oh, that Tommy guy's pretty good at darts.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two.
I'm going to keep it right here, folks. Let's see. It's a 49-point difference. Clay would be smart to go ahead and do what he just did right there.
He pointed on the first dart, and there's 2, and he finds it on the 3rd one. And that's going to be a big break of throw there from Clay. Now he's 4-2 up, throwing for 5-2.
Keeping it interesting. Remember, folks, Tommy needs to win 4 games. Clay needs to win 12.
Yep.
So let's see what happens right here. I think we might have a real quick bathroom break.
Yeah, possibly. Clay needing to step away.
I'm heading out to Mikey's Sports Pub on the east side tonight. So I'll be there at 9:30. Got a blind draw kicking off at 9:30. We're donating a couple of hats to the winners. So, folks, if you got nothing to do later on tonight, please go on out to Mikey's. Big shout out to Phoenix and everybody over at the Phoenix company, Ben and Dustin. And
Yeah, I saw Dustin was watching a little bit earlier. Hopefully he's still in chat. If not,
big shout out to those guys. We're all heading to Las Vegas next week. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it should be some exciting stuff. Going to Vegas just to throw some darts.
Yeah, never done that before. Been to Vegas a few times in my life, but never gone there just to play darts. So that should be an interesting. Looking forward to spending some time with some friends. Staying with Kyrie in a hotel.
Oh, that should be exciting.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you.
He'll tell you how to tint those hotel windows. Let me tell you. Ronnie Smith with 200 stars. Thank you, Ronnie. We appreciate you.
Well, that's my buddy. That's my partner in Vegas right there.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie Smith.
Yeah. Great guy. Great guy.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad this commentary gig is really showing you some practicing right now.
You know, Tommy's a card collector. Start off with. Yeah, he's a baseball card collector, but he's also Top Golf. He's a Top Golf. He was rated like number 3 in the nation.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
What that has to do with darts, I have no idea.
Well, you know what? Actually,
I suppose you spend a lot of time in a bar.
Yeah, you do spend a lot of time at the bar. But one thing I'll say though about the golf dart correlation, you know, we see a lot of great dart players that transitioned really well from the golf scene into darts.
Yeah, but that's real golf, not video golf.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, but no, it's great to see, and he's a great guy. I'm looking forward to spending 3 or 4 days with him in Vegas.
Yeah. This is big here from Clay. He's after that break, gets in on that first dart there. He's not lost his rhythm.
He's up 4-2 here.
But you know, I think he was the one that kind of initiated that break there. So coming right back and getting it in on the first dart and having a nice big ton visit. Right. That's real big. And from Mr. Clay Bowman. Yeah. Tommy finds it on the second, getting in, but just drags it over to the left on that third. Unfortunately. Now Clay is feeling pretty good here. He's got about 100 points, give or take.
Boy,
and he's running away with it now.
That's a big difference in Clay's game right now. That first start is a lot more accurate than what it was in the first few legs. It's going to get exciting if you can win the next 1 or 2.
As you kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, I think now he's in that spell where he's he's going on a little bit of a hot streak.
He's in a great groove right now. He's won a couple in a row, so he's starting to feel good.
And every time you win a leg, it's got to build your confidence up just a little bit more, especially if you're a little bit of a younger gun on the scene in terms of establishing yourself and really proving your name. And there it is from Clay, finding 2 big trips.
Great situation right there. 121 score, but that first start was a 1, but he's good recovery with 2 trip 20s followed that. Puts Tommy off a little bit of a shot right here. He needs a ton. That's a great trip. Just a 20 here.
Oh, and he doesn't find it there. Kind of got a little bit unlucky on that third dart there.
They get a ton scored, so he keeps himself in it. Clay looking to position himself for an out here.
He'll probably stay down in the 19s here. I know if I was him, I would do that. Oh, he switches up to the 18s, trying to leave himself on tops there. Now 151, that's a big last. And now Tommy here just needs 2 big triples to kind of pressure the shot a little bit. Can't do what he did in leg 4 and fiddle around and give Clay plenty of darts at it.
Yeah, and he looks like he might do that. So straight up and down shot here. Clay's going to be looking at that trip 17.
That's a big first dart. Tops. Ooh. Drags it on the second. Can he find double 10?
Yes, he does.
Look at that. Big shot from Clay Bowman.
Big dart right there.
And every leg that Clay wins is just incredibly huge for his chance in making it into that, that playoff spot,
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of.
Well, he's almost halfway there right now, right?
Which, considering Tommy was halfway there, by the time it was leg 4.
Right. Tommy's able to get in on that second dart. Oh, that was a trip 19.
Yeah, he tried to switch. Yeah. I see that a lot for people who start on double 16 or double 8 as that entry double. They switch right over to the 19s just because it's a little bit of an easier switch.
All right, Clay's in. Clay did just what you were talking about right there.
Monkey see, monkey do. Saw that Tommy was doing it. Figured, why not? I could do it too. I've been hitting trip 19s just as well.
Tommy going back up top to the trip 20. Big shout out to Mac Feely watching along with us in the chat. How you doing, Mac? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well with you, sir.
Mac is one of those golfers to dart transitioners that I was alluding to a little bit earlier.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness. Clay Bowman.
Oh, big ton 40 from Clay Bowman there. Let's see if Tommy's got an answer in him.
Shooting a solid 31 right now. Feeling pretty good as Mr. Bowman. And Tommy here really got to find those triples. And that's not the triple you're wanting to find.
Nope,
Oh,
no,
no,
right there.
only getting 24 points there. Ronnie Smith with another 360 stars. Thank you, Ronnie.
We'll put that on the roulette wheel. Look at this from Clay.
God bless you, sir, for throwing with my my father. I know I've had to throw with him once or twice.
Leaves himself the big fish. Could we see a big fish tonight? We've seen a 161.
You know, if there's anyone that could do it, I have a feeling that my man Clay can. He's been finding those triples pretty consistently. Tommy here, though, needs a second one. Doesn't find it there. Only 66 points. So Clay's going to get at least 6 darts at this 170. Can he take it out in 3? He cannot, unfortunately.
It's all about positioning now.
Now he's going to go trip 18.
He
stayed. He stayed to leave double 15.
Yeah, he felt good. I think he was looking at that side of that trip 20 and felt like he could hit it, but he's taken the 70 out before.
Tommy on 133 here. He's going to start on the 19s and pivot it back up.
Yeah, Tommy's struggling this leg.
Yeah, he's not
it's kind of reverse of what we talked about at the start here.
Do you think it's like any sort of late release that maybe Tommy's having?
Nah, I just think that first start is not positioning right. Oh,
Clay. Interesting route there on 70.
Yeah, that, folks, is why you always want to leave yourself an even number for a double in case you go on the inside like that.
And now Tommy could possibly pressure the shot there. There's 2 of them. Oh, he stayed. I don't hate the switch on trip 18 there.
Yeah, it would have been a smarter move. Yeah.
Just to leave a solid ton. But, you know, Clay here, he's going to have to burn a dart just to get himself on a double. And he's going to leave himself double 6. Ooh, just kissed the wire on the outside.
Well, somehow or another that registered at 10, so double 1. Yeah.
That's a bit outside.
That's what happens. On occasion in soft tip, you'll have a flight that actually registers the score. If the dart doesn't land in the dartboard, you can't fix it.
Now Tommy's on 134. He's going to start on the 20. Can he find another, or he may switch to trip 18 here.
Trip 14 or trip 18?
Oh, he tried the 18s and doesn't find it. So he's on 71 here. 71, I'd go trip 17. Yeah. And that's what he did, too, to leave himself a 2-darter, or 1 dart out, ideally, if he hits it. But Clay Bowman here, now stuck on 2, the Madhouse.
Oh.
And goes inside. So now Tommy Crain gets a little bit of a chance to sneak back into this match. And this is really big here. If Tommy can take this out, he is now just 1 leg away from clinching a spot for a playoff match. And that's a great first dart.
Look at that.
He finds it there on double
Crain
4.
Came out of nowhere to steal that one.
In the words of Sean Green, no one misses double 4. And Tommy Crain hits it right there to take himself.
Right, so what that means is Clay's got to win out from here. He's going to have the darts to get started. We're going to start out with cricket.
It's cricket time. Let's see how these players can do it. That's a great second and third dart there from Clay.
This is the third cricket game we've seen tonight, and that's the best first 3 darts we've had so far this evening.
Great shot there from Clay Bowman. Tommy already under the gun, having to switch down to those 19s. And sneaks a triple there on the third.
All right, let's see what Clay does here. In the past, he's stayed looking up, but he's so good at trip 19s. Just like that, he switched.
Look at that. That's great advice. Great color commentary there, Mr. Ives. And he finds a solid 7 mark to punish.
That's some good darts right there.
Now Tommy's going to be forced to look at those 18s.
Takes early control of this leg.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is another little sneak preview of what's to possibly come. If you decide you're interested in joining one of these leagues, please feel free to reach out to either Dustin McClure or Ben Fairs. If you're in the greater Indianapolis area, find yourself in possible league. Or Lafayette. Yeah.
Kokomo, they've got dartboards up there that run the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to get some boards down south.
Have to definitely keep you posted when they do. That's a big 4 mark there from Tommy, just to sneak right back into that point weed. Chad Hampton is watching. Chad, what's going on, buddy? How's your brother doing?
Big shout out to Jordan Cross. Jordan's watching along with us. Haven't seen him in a long time. Shout out to Mark Culp and Michael Boone and John Garski. Garsk or Garsky, however you pronounce it. Shout out to you. Pleasure to have you along with us. It's Friday night. Hope everybody's got big plans for after the match tonight. Please be safe, and no matter what you're doing, get home safely. Yeah. We may need you at the castle at some point in time. Come play darts with us.
You guys have nothing else to do on your Friday night and they're in the Indianapolis area, or Greenwood specifically, come on over to Mikey's Pub. You get to see the man, the myth, the legend here in person.
Well, I don't know about all of that, but I will definitely be there, Mikey's. There you go, blind draw at 9:30. I'm going to head out there.
And that is a round of 9 from Tommy Crain.
Keeping this match interesting right now. Both these guys shooting over 5 or 5-2.
And Clay shutting that door down, getting that triple on the first dart there.
Gets those points.
Wow, that's a beautiful third there. Didn't stay in the board, but still counted as a 7 mark. And that's the beautiful thing about soft tip, ladies and gentlemen.
These guys shooting over 5s. Tommy's going to ruin it for everybody right here.
Well,
Drop down.
Hey, you got to go to the Bulls. So,
Yeah. All right.
That's just how it goes sometimes. And now Clay just needs a couple bullseyes to close it out here. That's a unfortunate miss there on that 19. Gets a fortunate miss on that 17 and finds a double on the third. A big shot there from Clay. Just needs one to close it out. Tommy needs all the bulls that he can muster.
Fortunate 17 there.
Yeah, sneaks it in. Hey, you got to close them if you want to win this leg. So.
Yeah, let's keep it right here. Clay needs one. That's
just
low.
Outside.
That's
just
high.
up high.
There you go.
And bam, right in the middle there.
Well done, Clay. Now, Clay is halfway there.
Yep, 1 down, 6 to go. Let's see if he can do it.
We got 6 matches left. Clay needs to win them all. He wins them all. He gets his shot at a playoff to enter into the Premier League. Tommy wins one more. He's going to be in the playoff. Oh, my apologies.
Oh, that's all right. It's all good. I was trying to hit the master cam. Tommy gets on that first dart, though. That's real big. It doesn't find a triple to follow. Still a solid 55-point entry. Clay. Uh-oh. This is not the time to be missing that beloved double 16 wedge.
Switch. Yeah, he's got to switch the other
he
side.
Stayed, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, they kind of blocked him out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at Tommy's throw right here.
That was kind of a little bit of a late release on his end.
Yep.
Shaking it off. But you can see it here from Tommy. You know, pretty solid. He keeps his foot there on the in the back. You know, sometimes he likes to lift that back foot up. I think from time to time.
It's hard to be critical of anybody, but we got the fortunate view of some cameras there. You'll see Tommy stick his elbow out a little bit too much sometimes, and that makes the dart goes wonky. Let's take a look at Tommy here. You watch that throwing elbow. You really want that in line with your body. Tommy's a little bit more of a square shooter. He does stick that elbow out a little bit past his body. Tries to bring it in on his release.
Yeah, in particular on his first dart, too. He does that pinky lift that you alluded to earlier as well.
Made famous by Eric Bristow.
Yep.
Let's take a look at Clay's throw right here. It's got a beautiful throw, straight on throw.
He's also been lining up a little bit differently compared to Tommy. Tommy typically starts in the middle of the Aki. Clay we're seeing here a little bit far to the right. Or his right, our left, I guess I should say.
Yep. Both these guys are very good at what they do.
Andrew Strawn is watching. Hello, Andrew. Long time no see. How are you doing, buddy? And, folks, this is your friendly reminder. If you haven't already, give us a like, give us a share. Feel free to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And give us a follow if you're on Facebook. We love having this content here for you guys. We're live most Fridays. We're going to be live this Tuesday with the Siege, am I right?
Yeah, we got a big Siege match coming up this Tuesday. Flyer gets released tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing that and presenting those guys to you. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Got a couple of new players playing tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
Some new kids on the block. I'd love to see it.
Yep.
I'll be in the arena chalking on Tuesday. Do we have a guest host? Can we release that information?
We do have a guest host. I'm not sure if I want to keep everything secret till tomorrow.
All right. Look at you. Yeah. You know, just like you would in Vegas, you're keeping those cards close to your chest. I understand it.
No, I'm looking forward to We have a husband and wife team playing.
Ooh,
Or not
exciting.
playing. Well, one's a guest host and the other one's playing. So that's going to
Exciting,
be exciting.
exciting.
I'm looking forward to that little match.
We'll be on the lookout for that. Clay getting the first look at the out here. He's on 129. He finds that trip 19. Drags it low on that trip 18. I think he was going trip 18 for double 9 there.
All right, Tommy hits us out, and it's not all over. We're going to play 15 regardless, but Tommy hits us out.
It's a 2-dart out, too.
And
he finds on the first.
Needs
Tops.
There
it is from Tommy Crain.
Tommy, that's his 4th win. So that's essentially going to put him in the playoff spot. Hobby playing Bud. We always got to wait to see how it plays out. Could be some strange scores, but that's great darts from Tommy Crain. Congratulations to him.
But, hey, it may be a little bit defeating for Clay here. He may have known the stakes for tonight, needed to do a little bit of work.
Let's take a look. Let's see what he did. He scores a 107 on an end. And, in some ways, it takes a little bit of pressure off that young man.
Yeah.
Now he's just playing. He's playing for fun. He's playing for just a solid position and to show people what he can do, because this young man's going to be fun to watch for the next few years.
And quite crucially, he's that's a perfect visit there from Tommy Crain. Nice high ton in.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tommy, nice and relaxed now. He's got that 4 wins.
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose really at this point. But, Clay here, he's still going to put on a show. Just 2 more wins locks up his win for the week. So, definitely going to be playing towards that at least. I know I would be if I was in Clay's shoes.
Well, he's a great darter, and there's probably not a time when he doesn't step up to the dartboard and he doesn't want to win. That's what makes him so great. He's very competitive.
I know, as a player who will soon be in a contender league myself, if he goes back to the contender league, I am going to be scared to draw him. This kid has been putting on an absolute show here, live at the castle.
Yeah, he's put on a couple of shows. He's a great shot. Good young man right there. Well done, Thomas.
These players are killing it right now. Both shooting about a 34 average here, as you guys see on that very bottom right cam
let's
of the
not forget
scoreboard.
it's double in too, so that lowers the average. But there's another big ton 40 from Tommy.
Look at that from Tommy.
He puts himself on an out.
Yeah, he's first to an out, which is big here, considering Clay, I believe, started it off. So decent switch there. Doesn't find it. He's been dragging those darts a little bit low these last 2 rounds by the looks of things. So Tommy's going to get a good look here at 156.
Yeah, now it's about positioning.
That's
another
one of those to take it real low.
Ooh,
just a bit outside there.
And when we say positioning, 61 is a challenging out. Can be a challenging out for a lot of different people.
Yep.
And there is several 2-dart combinations available with it, but
players are going to be.
That's a great last. As Clay puts himself on a single dart out.
Yep.
Now Tommy's. You kind of need a trip here to put yourself.
He can go bull for double 18 or trip 15 here. He goes the bull route. Now he's on 48. He can leave his favorite double 16. Does he find it, though? Oh, that's a big outside. Big miss outside.
Let's go to the opposite side of the board and see if Clay can hit this double 18 right here.
Can he hit my favorite double? Let's find out.
No,
drags
just on
it
the
low.
inside.
Double 9.
There it
is. Big switch. Big shot from Clay Bowman.
That's a big dart from that young man. I'm glad to see that he won that leg too. 7 of 4 now.
Bud Crystal sending in 200 stars on a 4-week hot streak. Thank you so much, Bud. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Bud. I know you're in town. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't call me to have dinner.
How dare you? And here we are, Tommy kicking things off here in cricket. Our fourth of 5 games of cricket that we'll be seeing here tonight, I should say.
Yeah, say that 3 times quickly.
Yeah, 4th game cricket. Whatever. That's a great switch there from Clay.
Like you've seen on all these cricket matches, points scored on that first 3 darts.
Big shots there from both.
You can definitely see how talented these guys are.
Look at this from Tommy Crain. Switches there on the 19s.
Yeah.
I don't hate that move if you're up by, a triple and some.
I hate it just because I switched the cameras.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's all good. It's all
Needs
good.
another for the point lead. Oh, just kind of dragged that one on the inside. Kind of turned his body on the release on that one.
As the role that Tim usually plays in the Siege as a cameraman, I'm now starting to not envy his job as much. You know, he
yeah.
gets a lot of slack from it from time to time.
Let's not
but,
say
hey,
that publicly.
Yeah,
All right.
hey.
Let's not say that publicly. Clayton Patrick in the chat. What's going on, Clayton? One of my favorites, Justin Davis and Bo Ramey are watching along with us. Hey, guys.
Hey, gang, how we doing?
Good to see you. Matt Haynes watching, trying to convince him to move up to Indianapolis. Amanda joining us. How you doing, Amanda? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Tommy's got a big point lead here, rather, if it's hard for me to talk. And that's a great switch there on that 17. Tries to find the 18s, but just a little bit outside there. Now Clay's going to have to switch those 18s himself. Is that a blocker dart? No, it is not. Can he find another?
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes, he can. Great darts there from Clay. Nice solid 6 mark. Needed that to keep him in. Once again, we're both at 5s and 5.5s.
Very solid scoreline here.
Yeah.
And Clay, more importantly here, just needs one more leg, and he'll at least win this week. Against Tommy, you know?
Yeah, he'll win them against Tommy. That's
which, hey, you know what? If you're going to go down, at least go down in a little blaze of glory. That's the way I look at things.
there's nothing wrong with that. You just keep fighting till the end.
Yeah.
All you can do is keep getting better. Tommy's struggling on the 18s now.
Yeah, he's had a love-hate relationship with them tonight. That's the way I look at it.
This is true.
Yeah. Now he's had to switch to that 20 there. Just didn't like the lie. Now Clay going to try to capitalize, and that's a big first dart. He switches to the 20. I don't hate it.
Well, he switches right back to the 18s, back and forth. Love the rhythm of that young man, showing off some talent tonight.
What are your thoughts on the switch between dart 2 and dart 3? A lot of players, you'll see them go first 2 darts at the same target, and then on that third they'll switch.
Yeah,
Other times you'll see them switch on that second. What are your thoughts on that,
I
Jason?
think at this level, quite frankly, you know what you're going to do with each dart, and if you've got it pre-planned out that you're going to switch and rotate back and forth like Clay did on that last time, then so be it. You're in good shape.
Okay, all right.
You know, all the best darters kind of know what's going to happen even if they hit a single and they don't hit the trip, they know what's going to happen before they throw the dart. It's really important for these guys to stay in rhythm with their throwing motion.
Right. I don't think there's a wrong way either. I'm curious. I know I, as a player, typically, first 2 darts, I'm staying at that same target. But, sometimes players like switching back and forth, keeping that wrist a little bit more loose.
Let's face it, that's one of the fun items, one of the fun idiosyncrasies of cricket. There's a lot of variety in play and a few different strategies of how people like to play.
Clay getting a big trip 20 there on that third dart to close down that door. And now it's going to be up to Tommy to just hit some 18s here. And he finds on that second to maintain his point lead. And he's going to switch down to that 17. Don't believe that scored him any points.
All right. You see what Clay's going to do right here. He needs to close the 16s. And he does that. Put some points on the dartboard, too.
Oh, and he switched to the 15s there.
I don't like that. I would have liked to seen him stay on that 16 to get that point lead back. But
yeah, I mean, he is ahead he's only behind by 2 points. And now this is the reason why Jason was alluded to earlier. Tommy could just, if that second dart was a triple, could have easily switched over to the 16s. But now he's forced to stay just to maintain that point lead a little bit more.
Yeah, what Tommy did right there, he made it so Clay has to hit 2 with the 16s to get that point lead back. There's 1, so he's committed. He's got to stay there.
And he finds it on the third to get a big triple in there.
That's big because that means Tommy's going to have to hit 4 15s just to get the point lead back. There's 1. Still needs 3 more.
Oh, that's unfortunate there, but finds it on the third.
Finds it on the third. That's great.
I was kind of scared. I was thinking those first 2 darts kind of blocked it out a little bit, but Tommy was able to float it right up top. And now Clay, oh my goodness, look at this from Clay. He's finding it now. Trip 15 switch. Oh, just a bit outside.
Yep, he stayed right in rhythm. He's right on it right there. Great darts. Takes a 68-point lead. It's going to be 5 of those 15s. Can't do it now. It's not going to be able to take the point lead back.
Oh, but finds on the third. if you were to take away those averages of that bottom right screen there, I would easily predict that these guys would be shooting 5s right now, but they're not too far away from it here. Clay's going to make a bad lie those 16s. He stays there for the third. I don't know about the third one. I think I would have switched a little.
Clay's just proving me a liar. I said earlier on, his weak spots with the corners, he's making that his strength tonight.
Yeah, he's capitalizing really on those corners, definitely. Tommy's going to stay on those 15s himself. Finds a big third.
Back and forth and back and forth. Are we watching darts or are we watching tennis?
Oh, my goodness, here. Clay finds the big second triple. Now he's going to go 15s. Ooh, just a 7 mark, though. But, hey.
It breaks the ice.
Yeah, breaks the ice, definitely. It's funny. We say just a 7 mark as, commentators here. But, it's just the quality that these guys have been shooting. We could easily be seeing 9s from them.
Like when you and I play and say, managed a 2 mark.
Yeah, I did it, guys.
Clay just beating up that trip 16. We're going to have to replace that plastic before time
we're done. They're hitting right on the edges, too. They're starting to expand that wire just a little bit more.
There's the rare 8 mark in cricket.
Yeah, cheeky little double there.
Clay once again in control in this cricket match.
What are your thoughts on doubles in cricket, Jason? I know you've kind of made your point a little bit in steel, but what about soft?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them in soft either, to be honest with you. But there's players far better than I that have made a lot of money hitting doubles in cricket. So.
Yeah. Oh, just only 2 bowls there from Clay.
All right. Well, Tommy needs a lot of bullseyes.
Yeah, he probably needs 6 here to really put some pressure on.
Well, 6 would get him within 1. Yeah, it needed 7, hit 3, so he needs 4 next time, but
that just
Mr.
means
Bowman here only needs 1.
Yep. 1 more shores up his win for the week. There it is. Big shot from Clay Bowman. Going to take our score line 8-4 here.
We're on game 13, and we better hurry up because I got to close up shop and head on over.
Oh, my goodness, guys.
Let's hope Tommy gets in on the first start.
Yeah.
Hate to go
Let's
out there.
hope they both go the first
turn
start.
the power off and see what they do then.
Yeah. Oh, well, guys. Well, hey, it doesn't really matter.
All right, Clay's in on that first.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this from Clay Bowman. Oh,
that's still a great end. Yeah. That's 112 in. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shoot, if I'm scoring 112 in on double in, double out, 0-1, you might as well.
We're in good shape when that happens.
Exactly.
All right, Tommy's in on his second dart.
Switch it up too on the on his double. He started off with those double 16s, but now all of a sudden switching up to the double 20. Do you think it's just because of the pressure that he's feeling after that first round visit?
Yeah, I don't know. He may be feeling that. Yeah, quite frankly, he's throwing them straight more than he's throwing them off to the side more than anything else. So you'll see that a little bit of variation. He's been struggling on the left side of the board altogether. He's been struggling earlier on with 16s too.
Yeah.
So not unusual. He's had pretty good command on the right side of the board. He's been hitting a lot of trip 15s.
Look at this from Clay Bowman. It was already 51 points clear.
Yeah, Clay's just in a nice little groove now. I love seeing this from Clay. Staying within rhythm, not getting too up, not getting too down.
There's a little bit of that pinky that we see from Tommy from time to time there on that first start. Just a little bit low on that third, but still a solid ton. Keeps it to 51-point deficit between the two of them.
Clay looking to put himself on a nice out here. Not going to be able to do it probably.
Oh, he just flights down to that 7 there.
This is Tommy's opportunity to, if he can get to an out right here.
He can jump. Clay, he just needs 2 big triples.
Not a great first. There's a good
There's
second.
1. Can he find another? And there it is. That's a big shot there from Tommy Crain. Now he's going to get the first look at the out. It is a 158 though, so he may have to take it here depending on what Clay does. If he's doing this, he definitely will have to take it. That's a beautiful second dart. And follows it up. 1 180
Well,
from Clay Bowman, ladies and gentlemen.
and we said it earlier on in the match. If anybody hits a 180 tonight, it's probably going to be Clay.
Now, Tommy did check a 161. Can he check a 158? It's not going to go, so Clay's going to get 3 darts at double 11.
And I have the time to go out there and fix up a double 11 cam. Yeah, we got it.
Look at you, Jason, planning in advance. Oh, that's a good first start there. Can he walk it to the... he flights it down. Double 3. Oh, and he goes inside.
The dreaded 3 out.
The dreaded 3. And now Tommy here on 76.
Tommy with a cute little smirk there as Clay walked by.
Trip 20, double 8 is going to be the shot here. He gets the trip 20. Can he go double 8?
Yes,
and he finds it.
Big darts there from Tommy Crain.
Sures it up to be 8 and 5.
I'm still in the running.
You are still in the running.
Well, I say Tommy would win, so not really. But
I'm still in the running, too. I believe I said 10-5.
Nah.
I believe, or did I say 9-6? I can't even remember.
Yeah, you said 9-6.
I did say 9-6. You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
You might be good. We'll see what happens.
Either one of them can win a leg here, and I'll be pretty happy.
Tommy with a nice happy accident on that first start, getting in with a double 5 and then firing back-to-back trip 20s right behind it.
Whew, solid 130 visit there. He's not going to get here on that first start or that second. Can he get in?
Yeah,
he switched up top, and that's a beautiful third dart entry.
Yep, nice start.
Tommy's got to be feeling a little bit on cruise control here. He's floating those darts a little bit low.
There you go. Yeah.
Though he finds it, corrects it on that third.
We're going to see a lot of tons. I'd imagine this leg from Tommy. He's kind of you can see just the way he's throwing. He's got that cruise control going. The darts are not flying too fast, too slow. He's got the speed under control.
And you know what? That honestly, I'd say is a great indication of someone's game. If you're able to constantly float, get those tons into where they need to go, especially in soft, it's a great indication to show that you're on the rise and you're gonna gradually get there, get those 2 big triple combos, and sometimes even I was just about to say get those 3 like Tommy, but classically proving me wrong. That's the joys of being a commentator, ladies and gentlemen.
I've watched Tommy shoot over the years because he's a very good shooter, and when he gets the speed right, when he's get consistent with speed, then he start turning very, very consistent. And we saw it there tonight, and that's I predict right now he's gonna have a good shot at this 148.
He's gonna have 6 darts at it because Clay dropped a dart, and even with a 1080 would have left 181. So Tommy Crain here is gonna get 6 from 148. He starts on the 20s. Definitely don't hate that when your opponent's not on an out. So just gonna switch down, leave himself a nice 2-darter.
Nice 2-dart combination available for him there.
Clay needs at least 2 triples to get to a finish here.
More than capable. There's the first.
Yep, there's 1. There's 2. Can he fill it up?
Look
and
at
yes,
that.
he can. Another 1.
There we
180,
go.
ladies and gentlemen.
And
Tommy's on a 2-dart out, though. Let's see if he can find it. And he gets the triple 18.
Tops.
Oh, drags it low. Double 10. There it is. Spikes it.
Yeah, big dart there from Tommy Crain. And that is what we've been talking about this whole week, what we'll see. Tommy Crain, great darts, don't get me wrong, but nothing spectacular as far as 180s go. Quite frankly, just shot ton 20 to stay consistent. And you see what you see from Clay, where he hit a great shot with a big ton 80, but had some low scores in there too.
Yep.
It's just a little bit inconsistent, and that's what you see with these younger guys that are starting to get really, really good.
Yeah.
With a little bit of experience, that'll smooth out a little bit for them, and they're just going to continue to get better. And Clay Bowman's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, he opens it off with a 4 mark here, and now Tommy going right down to those 19s. That's a great second dart. Finds it on the third.
Yeah, Tommy's got it on cruise control right now. And it's, with Tommy, you can just tell looking at the speed that it's not the fastest he's thrown all night long. The dart speed is not the fastest it's gone all night long. But he's just got it on
what a big
control.
switch there from Clay Bowman. Finds himself a solid 7 mark.
Clay Bowman here shooting a solid 5.5.
Can't go wrong with that. Tommy's going to punish him and try to get those 18s closed. There's 6 of them. Can he find 9? Yes,
Oh,
he
yes,
can.
he can.
That's a round of 9 from Tommy Crain.
Big darts there from Tommy, and these guys have just been putting on a cricket show in these
They've
matches
been
tonight.
killing it tonight. This
Yeah.
might just be one of the most top quality matches I think I've seen yet on the Premier
And this
League.
is the Challenger League. There, technically this is the second best division, so you can imagine what we see in the top division. But these guys vying for that place to get into the Premier League. Only 8 people are deemed good enough to be up there. So,
Yeah.
and Tommy and both Clay as well. Both these guys, belong in the Premier League. Love to see them up there.
Yeah,
And they need that kind of competition to just sharpen their edge a little bit more.
for sure. You can't hang your hat too low here if you're Clay Bowman, I think. Even though he may have not have made a playoff spot necessarily, which I'm sure is what he was playing for tonight. It's just a matter of taking the the solidarity and the fact that you finished within probably the top 4. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, listen, let's not feel sorry for Clay. It's obvious he's going to be great and he's going to be good for a long time. It really comes down to how long that young man chooses to play the game. But
For sure.
He's going to be exciting to watch.
It is. I can't wait to see him. Hopefully here, back in the Challenger League, or hopefully making a strong push for that Premier League. Hopefully next season.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tommy here, he's going to try to shut the door down on these 18s. Closes at 20. That's a real big second dart there, but doesn't find it on the third. And now Clay going to have to put some points into those 17s probably. There's 3 of them.
Clay with a great darts. Nice.
There's 6 of them. Wow.
Nice, solid 6 mark. Both these guys shooting about. Yeah, I would predict that would be their average for the night on cricket. They were 3.5s on that first match, but after that they picked it up right away. And these guys have had some epic cricket battles tonight.
Excellent
Been fun
stuff.
to watch.
Yeah, it's been a great show, man. You guys are just tuning in. I see that Ben Fairs, Tim Neal, Ryan George are all in chat. What's
Ryan
going
George
on,
sending in
gentlemen?
500 stars. What's going on, Ryan? It's a pleasure to have you along with us.
Continuing
Football
a
as well.
4-week hot streak too. We appreciate it, Ryan.
Don't tell anybody, but Ryan turns 40 here. For too long?
Oh yes, I believe
Yeah, he's such an old man.
sometime in October too. I think.
Yep.
And that's a solid 5 mark there from Tommy Crain,
That's what you're seeing out of Tommy. Just consistent, solid darts.
sneaking back into the point lead. But now Clay gonna have to set up on those 17s for at least 2 darts.
And once again, these guys are in another point battle in cricket. We've seen it all night tonight.
It's just what they do, man. It's just what they do. They're pro dart players. There's 3 from Tommy. Can he find 6? Yes, he can.
He can. Of course he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's found that 16. If that first dart isn't in that 888, he's in good shape.
Ryan George says, "Sell me up the river."
Yeah. Let me tell you, 40's not that bad. I can remember it even when I'm 55, my friend. Don't worry about a thing. All right, let's see what Clay can do, or what Tommy can do here.
That's a
Points to
big triple.
16s. Needs to close the 15s, or 17, excuse me.
Don't worry, he will need to close those 15s
Yeah,
too.
he'll
but
work
hey,
his way over
He'll
there.
work his way over there. Don't worry. That 17's a good start though. Clay gonna continue his tangent and setting up and killing those 17s.
There you go,
And
Clay.
he finds 5 of them.
Great darts there from Clay Bowman. And Tommy's going to go right back to the 16s again.
Not having any sort of bias, but I really would appreciate it, Clay, if you won this last one to keep my prediction live and true. I'm just saying. Clay's only 14 points behind here. He's got those 17s he's been working on.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough first start for him. Has a shot right here. He's going to, he takes it and he hits
kills the
it.
16 too.
Nice job, Clay Bowman. Going to force Tommy over to the 15s.
Yeah, even though only down by 3 points, Tommy can still just pressure those 15s, sneak right back into it.
He floated that
How
first
big of a blocker dart is that going to be for him?
Yeah, and definitely affected that second dart.
And drags it over
Yeah.
on the third. Unfortunate.
And it kind of kicked his back leg up a little bit, trying to reach for that one, too.
Yeah, you could tell that was a little bit of aggression, too. And now Clay's going to punish him. Tried to switch to the 15 there. Now he's gonna. Oh, okay. He
Okay.
stayed back on the 15.
All right.
What are your thoughts there? Do you think that's fine?
Well, he's got the point lead already, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, at some point in time, you got to hit it.
Yeah. Tommy gonna show him where that trip 15 is. Find 6 of them.
Now, here's going to be an interesting choice. Clay only needs 2 15s, but is he going to go point? Yes, he is.
Now he's
got to
go 2 15s. Oh no, I don't know if I agree with that. I would have just. Oh wow.
Well,
You know what? If you spike the double, I guess it's fine.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I understand what you're saying. You need 2. You got 2 darts in your hand. Why not throw that second one?
I would play it super conservative.
Yeah.
Just fat 15, fat 15.
Look at this from Tommy.
Tommy's been killing it on the Bulls tonight, it feels like. He's been hitting those doubles pretty consistently.
Yeah, he's got his bull hat on tonight. He's doing really well with it.
And Clay just needs one more.
There
it is. Clay Bowman wins it 9-6.
Congratulations.
And wow, after commentating for only 2 weeks, I know a thing or two about predictions. I'm so proud.
You can't count because it's been 3 weeks, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, no, this is the 3rd week. That's what I'm saying. And now it's completed. And that's going to bring our score line up 9-6 in favor of Clay Bowman. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure commentating this lovely little match tonight.
Yeah, thanks for being with us tonight,
we're
guys.
We're gonna pop on out of here. Clay, Jason's got a place to be. Head on down to Mikey's Pub. If you got nothing better to do on a Friday night, you can get an autograph from the man.
No, yeah. You can, come say hi.
Yeah, or say hi.
That?
I'm sure.
Folks, be safe tonight. If you're going out, please be safe. Be safe getting home. Don't stay out too late. All the best. Thanks for joining us today. I will be in Vegas next week, so there won't be any show next week, but we do have a Siege show for you on Tuesday. Looking forward to that one.
Should be a very exciting little bout here. Sounds like a doubles match.
I get to sit up here with Miss Kennedy.
Woo!
I'm looking forward to that.
You did reveal the guest host. It was Kennedy.
Some people know, some people don't, so we'll just keep it at that. But looking forward to it. Be a great Siege show. If y'all go out tonight, please be safe. Till then, peace. Be
Thank you
good.
so much.